Hey. Who just starting early? Who just starting early? Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday. I am VS Speaks Royally with my sidekick Kuja in the background here, who's upset that people are walking in the neighborhood. But anyway, hello, hello. Good morning to you. Good afternoon or evening, depending on where you are in this beautiful world. So, hi to everyone, to all the channel members. To everyone else, give you a little extra one. Maybe that'll entice you to become a channel member. Anyway, Spare chapters 22 through 32, and I should say it's part one because there's several parts in the book. So I didn't have that on my thumbnail, so I am bad that way. But we're going to be going through chapters 22 through 32. I have some trash time items, yes, as well as some other things. So come on in, grab your seat, your favorite morning or afternoon or evening beverage, snacks, if you wish. And let's just have a good time. So to kick things off, as I do, disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. As I do on each Sussex Saturday, I'm going to read my favorite quote of Harry and Meghan, which you can find on the Archwell site. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. So let's see, covering a few things before we get into the book. On Talk Tuesday, I went through the impact report. Harry and Meghan, the ones that at least the UK media is trying to push are irrelevant, and they're trying to get that intertwined in the US market. And I'll say market media, but it's really in the tabloids that kind of latch on to what the UK media says. It's just funny to see so much reporting on the impact report. But if you go to the Talk Tuesday video, there's a link in the description that goes out, or you can just click on the link here in this description to Archwell, and you'll see the financial report or impact report when you so choose to read it. It's 24 pages, and it's chock full of lots of information on all that they have done since 2020, 2022. All right. Congratulations are in order to Ellen and her wife, Portia, who renewed their vows in a surprise ceremony. After 14 years, Portia surprised Ellen when it was, thinking it was a birthday party, but surprise! Actually, all the guests were surprised because they were there on the thought that it was a birthday party too. And of course, Eagle Eyes, all spotted. Here's a lovely picture of the two of them. Yes, Kris Jenner officiated. Okay, so many Eagle Eyes saw when they showed pictures of the audience. How they saw this in those clips is just beyond me. But anyway, Harry and Meghan were there, and that became the news of the news of the news. Anyway, I'm not sharing those pictures if you've seen it. I mean, truly, when I looked at them, I was like, well, my God, folks have some eagle eyes. So, yeah, but it's just all the news. Harry and Meghan, attended this, and I'm like, can you focus on the couple versus Harry and Meghan? I mean, there were many others that were there. Talk about them too. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Ooh. Sorry about that. So that's just a few of the tidbits. I do want to cover really quickly for Better Up, which is Harry's employer, where Harry works, is having a 2-day conference in March 7th, March 8th, called Uplift. The link is in the description. Yes. And there is a virtual, so if you want to attend in person, feel free. There's also a link for virtual sign up. So I only get notifications in email, but I want to thank whomever it is, because it doesn't tell me who purchased a product from my store, and I'm so happy. I don't even know what product you got, but thank you. And for those who are new to the channel, yes, I have a store. You can get mugs and phone covers, face mask, and yes, water bottles, bandanas, t-shirts, sweatshirts. They're all out there. Yes. Also, just a little reminder, I'm on the road to 10,000 subs. That's a goal of mine, at least before the end of 2023. It'd be nice if it was by June, but I'll say by the end of 2023. So anyway, that is all. Let me go through the book really quickly, the book review, and then I'll jump into trash time. I'll make y'all wait. Haha. So I see I have a few comments. Let me just look to see, make sure I'm not missing anything extremely important. Let's see. A lot of greetings. Let me see what Tira is saying. The Rotorats couldn't wait to talk about Harry and Meghan attending the Ellen's renewal vows. Yeah, which was a birthday party, but surprise! It was a surprise for Ellen. So Portia set it all up and did her thing, and yeah, there you go. But the pictures are so fuzzy that I was just like, really? Everybody's making a big deal over this? Like, I couldn't make out hardly anybody, but I'm like, Valerie, the media focused on Harry and Meghan because the day before they said they have been frozen out of Hollywood due to people at Oprah's birthday. Woo. They always wind up with egg on their face, don't they? They put out some bogus headlines, or excuse Kuja. They put out bogus headlines, and then it's like the next day something occurs that here they are, or they've done this or that. And I love it for them. I love it for the media that just continues to try to smear them. And then they're shown that they are the biggest liars. So, taking a sip of my tea. So as you know, Meghan said they create stories. They don't report news, they create news. So that has been shown to be a truth. Hello, everybody. Oh, so glad y'all are here. Okay, I'm just going to take that message off. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this up. And we're picking up with chapter 22, of course, part 1, chapter 22 through 32. And I'm going to keep my eye on the chat just so that, as we're discussing the chapters, etc. So, again, for those who have not read the book, if your intention is to, or to get the audio, you might want to click off. Otherwise, feel free to stay or come back and, pick up where you left off. So, chapter 22, Marco is kind of introduced. He is Space's watcher. That's how I took it. But he helped Harry own his ginger status. So I even remember growing up and the kids with red hair were really picked on. And I didn't understand why people would go after them. But I'm sure he experienced a lot of this, even from his own brother. Mm-hmm. And I use that term loosely. Okay. But I will say that at this point, this is when Space truly has earned this nickname Space, because Harry mentions that it's not even at school that Space doesn't want to be bothered with him and doesn't want to even, wants to act like he doesn't exist. Also in Botswana, which is where they are in chapter 22. And I did love that Harry remembers this point that in Botswana, it was like the first time in months that he slept well. So it was a calmer, soothing environment, although the wildlife was around him and not just in the animals. Okay. So chapter 23, he goes into how he wanted to make Marco laugh because he was just so full of life and he had never seen anyone, Ginger, be, basically be self-assured. So the jokester in Harry wanted to make him laugh, and he figured he would spike his pudding. So he put Tabasco sauce in his pudding and wanted to make him laugh. But a leopard, Harry heard gasp and thought, heard people cuss a little bit and thought it was from the pudding. But he turned to see that there was a leopard not too far from him. As he went to take a step, he says, towards the leopard, Marco grabbed his shoulder and stopped him. The leopard kept on going, thankfully. I'll just say that this is my little side note. Too bad the leopard wasn't close enough to Space. Okay, moving along. Chapter 24, Harry still has, he hopes, like he keeps his mind from handling like just the family dynamic. This is the best way for me to say it. But he said something, and this is true for how he handles his family now. Distance is right. Distance was safe. Distance was survival. He has to keep that in mind in dealing with both sides, really, excluding Doria and her family. But distance is right. Distance was safe. Distance was survival. So that's how he got through at that point in time in life. But truly, there was no closeness in the monarchy family, aka firm, whatever the heck we want to call them. But the thing that Harry loved about Africa so much was the closeness of creation. And it was the one thing he longed within his own family that he didn't have, especially having lost his mother. He joined in on the pot smoking there too, which he said was fresh basil and bad paper. But I'm like, sure, Harry, sure. But yes, I think I'm going to put that quote somewhere. Distance is right. Distance was safe. Distance was survival. In chapter 25, he discusses his father. I use that term loosely too. Friends Hugh and Amelia, their sons, who are really like bullies. They just beat the snot rags out of, at times, Space and Harry, but generally Harry was the brunt. But Harry fought them with all that he had, so a lot of times they were screaming for mercy. Harry was a diversion for Space to get away. Where was he going to? hmm Having some rendezvous, some early pegging. Okay, I know we're not in. I'm just, those are questions that came to me. So, you know, that's one of those things. This is one of my little side notes. Harry was a diversion. And that's one of the things that Space hate giving up. That Harry and is having a hard time doing. That Harry's not his diversion anymore. When Harry settled down with Meghan, began dating her and settled down, I'm sure Space couldn't make up those excuses of, I'm going to hang out with Harry. And of course, that's when the incandescent with rage scenario has popped up with, Space. But roses, anyone? Chapter 26. Space and Harry would fight each other if there weren't others around. So I guess this is a dynamic with siblings. I'm an only child, so that is somewhat of a mystery to me. I have seen siblings fight, but this one moment that Harry notes is that it would drive King C3 crazy. And he put Space out this one time. They were in the back seat and they were going at it, and he just pulled over to the side of the road and told Space, get out. And of course, Space looked at Harry like, well, why isn't he getting out? Shockingly, the king, that's its title now, that's why I'm using it, said nothing, and then Space knew to go, and he got into the car with, the bodyguards and stuff. Incandescent rage. I guess it started back then. Ego, because if he felt that Harry should be the one to get out, how some people never change, huh? Chapters 27, Harry starts out by, describing he shot a rabbit, and shooting is a big thing, I guess, with the family and the royals and people in that echelon of society. And then I put a little side note. Let's move on from the approved, known blood sport of the royals, because their hands are not clean. They've kept a lot of things quiet, but their hands are not clean. Okay. Chapter 28, cloisters. The wall, aka this is where they had to stand before the press before they could enjoy their skiing. And that's one of those things that Space would use Harry. He would be like, oh, I'm staying behind. I want to shoot a little bit. But he really just didn't want to be done or be dealing with the press. Why? How things have changed, huh? But Harry confided in Space on his theory of Diana hiding, and Space was blunt with him. I give him that little tidbit, just saying she's gone, she's not coming back. I don't think it's sunk in, but he did tell him that. Chapter 29 is Balmoral Summer 2001. Okay, everybody keep that in mind. I made a lot of notes a few notes, because I was like, QE2 cooked, made salad dressing. She was known for her salad dressing. But I'm shocked to hear that she actually would whip up a large batch of salad dressing. And she also did some manual labor. She lit the candles on the table. Ooh, on the dinner table. Now, Queen Mother would come, Gran or Gan or whatever the heck she was called. The Queen Mother, who at that point was 101, and she still drank her martinis. Now, I like to, my little side note was, folks had things to say about Margaret. If her mother was drinking, still at 101, I mean, why did they make such a big thing over Margaret? Oh, yeah, to take a little diversion off of her sister, who was the monarch, and brother-in-law, perhaps? Okay. Chapter 30, summer is over, and Harry's back at Eton. And this is when he recalls the coverage of 9/11, which was just days before his 17th birthday. When I got to that part, I just moved on because, yeah, those of us that lived 9/11, yeah. Anyway, chapter 31, Harry is still wanting proof that Di is dead. And chapter 32, I just made a note of Puff Puff Pass because he was back at Eton, and yeah, they would have a chain smoking line, light it up, puff puff, blow, go to the next, puff puff, blow. Yeah, anyway. Um, those are really my notes from 22 through 32. So I want to go back into the comments and see what everybody else is saying. Let me see if I can find. Okay. Coming down. Bum, bum. No, Australia is not putting Charles on it. Yeah, I saw that. That's going to be part of my trash time. That's going to be part of my trash time, which I did share with the channel members, so they saw that little tidbit when I saw that hot news. Gwendolyn, they just used Harry as scapegoat for William and the rest of the Unroyal Vipers. Yeah, they did. Actually, I do, earlier in the other chapters with Margaret, it's just fascinating how scared he was of her. I think everybody was kind of scared of Margaret, but I guess she learned to keep everyone at a distance since, why bother letting people in that'll just turn what they know about you into media. So, Mina, Harry's got hands. Yes, he does. Which, thankfully, in the military, he got the discipline not to whoop spaces behind, especially a couple of years ago when he started that at his grandfather, after the grandfather's funeral. So, Tier, Harry makes people feel at ease, and he's a fighter. He is. But you would think that the firm, family, monarchy, whatever, the people that protect the crown with their life, but took lives to get the crown, okay, not me, would behave themselves and wouldn't go all in there. So, Benjamin, who knows how many women Will allegedly cheated with and used Harry as an excuse prior to rose bushes. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's odd that he would be so upset when Meghan comes along, and it's a lot deeper. But yeah, he lost his scapegoat or his excuse for leaving the house because Harry became a very homebody with Meghan when they were dating. Lottie, when they shot those animals, did they eat them? Yes. Well, it went to the community. So I know there was a part where Howard discusses he made a large kill and that it was good for the community because they would get the meat and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, it's that give or take. But I felt like it was like the white savior moment of the monarchy. Oh, here you go, my people. Feast. We killed this for you. And then lay him out on it. Yeah, that's how I kind of took that. So I don't play into that whole aspect of it. Hopefully some of y'all get what I'm saying. Tier, even Charles didn't like the wall. Yeah. It seems that Harry didn't have a choice, but yeah. He didn't, but they knew about Charles's philanthropy with the current consort. So, oh my goodness, Chris, they all forget that Prince Harry is a soldier and he was always on duty, even prior. Yeah, so in his younger days, but he learned some skills along the way. It's something he's had to fight all his life. I'm sure he's tired of fighting. He just doesn't want to be bothered. Okay, Gwen. Krista, you're absolutely. And Harry is protective of Meghan and their beautiful children. That's what any man that loves his family would be, very protective of them, not serve them up. And I will say, even though we're not officially in trash time, but we're getting there, that Adams family picture that I saw, why even release a picture like that? Why release a picture like that? Not a goddamn person really smiling from their heart. Louis going to be the one that's going to just turn them upside down. Go ahead, Space, get that crown. Your youngest is going to turn y'all out because his facial, he's not happy, and he's shown it in all these pictures. But that was an Adams family. I mean, not the daughter, not the oldest. No. Okay. Let's see. Margaret sounds like she was crazy. Was she crazy, or was she made out to be crazy? She was unhappy. I would give her that, because who she wanted to marry, they wouldn't allow her because he was divorced. And then she married who was approved, who, loved keeping all his women too. And yeah, she wasn't that happy, but, and then she drank more than socially needed. And yeah, so I don't know if she was, but she knew to keep them people away from her, even her family. So I think she was a little smart, but yeah. You notice how some of them, and it seems to be the spare, have no other way to kind of break out but to be that one that they deem the wild child. So Manzella Harry was and is the scapegoat for all the royals. They keep moving the goalposts. Oh yes, they do. So Space is absolutely a cycle. He is. Marshar, why are your comments disappearing? Are you saying some words that I might have set up that, it won't let post? I don't know, but that comment went through. So try again, Marshar. I don't know. Lily, I never understand why they muddy up the spare. If something happens to the heir, there would be a need for the spare to step in. QE2 would not have been the monarch if not for her uncle. Exactly. If her uncle's affiliation more so with Hitler was not so frowned upon, because for the German family to change their name so that they could be more accepted, Germans running the English country, y'all figure that one out. And when y'all work it out, come back and try to explain it to me, because maybe I'm just too dense to get it. But anyway, yeah. Marshar, we see you. Are the comments over 200 characters? Yeah, that could be it too. Usually your comments aren't, I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right. I hear the girls trying to get into it. One moment, please. Okay. I have to give Bella an ultimatum. And she looked at me like I was crazy. So it's going to be interesting. I'll probably have to put her up in a little bit. Let me see. All right. Marsha, is YouTube protecting Christian and her claim from criticism? Harry and Meghan don't need to take pictures with them. I won't say they're protecting them, but you do have to be mindful of what you say about them within reason. But they were part of the larger group. I didn't see any pictures of all of them together, including the happy couple, but maybe there is. They're so blurry that I was like, give me a break with everybody in the reporting that they made it seem like they wanted it to appear that like, oh, they were there. But it wasn't that it was known that it was a vow renewal. You can see the surprise on everybody's faces. So, yeah. Even in the blurriness, you can see mouths open. So, all right, Rhonda, do you think Willie will send their kids to boarding? Of course. Of course. That's the royal way. But maybe he should ask the early childhood expert on if that's really good. I don't know if her and her siblings went off to boarding school, but probably so, because when you're climbing that social ladder, you got to start mixing in early. I'm just saying. Let me go head on and get into trash time because y'all are taking me there, and Tia Margaret had choices, so her being unhappy was her choice. She was a grown ass woman to a degree, a grown ass woman locked in the gilded cage with an unhappy bird that was her older sister, who had to put on smiles for the crowds. I can only imagine what she was really like behind the scenes. I mean, they did a documentary way back in the day, which is another reason I don't understand why the quote royal family, end quote, is so upset over the docuseries that Harry and Meghan did. You know, Queen telling stories of calling some man an ape, I believe. So yeah, I'm just saying. All right. Cookies and cream. The Cabbages released that Addams Family doom and gloom picture of themselves out of desperation. If their thought, they are so PR. Woo. If their thought was that this would help, like, oh, look at our happy family, what in the I don't even know where to go to find it. I don't want to do any search because I don't want them coming up in my Google search. But let me tell you, I laughed. I was like, ooh. Out of the 5 of them, I don't think I saw a smile on anyone's face. You mean that photographer couldn't have found one and at least given them that? If that was the best one out of all the pictures, ooh wee. Lottie, they had Harry set up to follow in Margaret's footsteps. Yes, they did. That was their plan. And hallelujah, that. Let me find, I don't think I deleted it. Let me see if I still kept it in here. Oh, I might have deleted it. Let me bring it over quickly because I know I have it. Oh my goodness. This right here, seeing this is what Harry was like, who is that? And that began his freedom flight. Woo! All right, let me go ahead and jump into where's the question go? Lottie, did Margaret have? Yeah, she has 2. I think it's 2. Who they were close, I believe, with the Queen. I believe. I know. I think she attended the daughter's wedding. Her niece's wedding, I should say. Yes. Let's see. Margaret liked. Hey, Hattie, how you doing? Margaret liked the money and prestige of being royal. That's why she stayed. Yeah. They would have cut her off. There is, you see what they told Harry. The same ultimatum was given to her, and she chose to stay. Although at that time they did give the husbands titles where they stopped doing that. Elaine, thank you so much. Thank you for the super sticker. This is for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mwah. Mwah. Thank you so very much. All right. Oh Lord, let me get to trash time, and then let me go back up in comments. Let me see. Benjamin, Annie, very true. The Spencers go back thousands of years. Very aristocratic. Diana was naturally regal. Till this day, it amazes me. I don't know what that scary man said, because he was scary looking to me back then. It still is. He just didn't have sausage fingers. Let's move on, Benjamin. But she was down to earth. It didn't affect her. That was her magic, right? And thankfully, one of her children took all of that aspect from her. Down to earth, regardless of his title and where he was in the family he was born into. So if you've seen another docuseries, mind you, I think it's called Queen, or it was showing highlights of that led up to the wedding, and Harry and Meghan were in it. But Harry walks in, he comes into Buckingham Palace, and new staff that had come in. He greeted them, laughed with them, joked with them. I mean, you could see some of like they were like scared, but he made them feel so at ease. So, yeah. Thankfully, one of her sons got all of that from her. Let me see. Oh, thank you, the Moody Artist. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And hello to you. Hello to everyone that I have not greeted personally. Love you. Thank you all for being here. Let me see, Marshall. Now that Lizzie's gone, do Margaret stay Princess Royal? So it's Anne that is Princess Royal. And yes, she will keep that title up until the point that she transitions. And I believe they already have it earmarked for Space's daughter. Moving on. Okay. Emma Lottie, yes, a son and a daughter who sit next to Meghan in church with Meghan wearing the white suit. Hey, K-Lastic TV, how are you? Let's see. I don't know if Hilda's here, but hello, sis, if you're here or if you're in the clouds, hopefully you're feeling well. She might still be asleep. She still isn't feeling 100%. So everyone just keep her in the prayers. All right, so I'm going to go ahead on and hit the magic button and get us into the few items that I do have. But let's get the party started. It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time. All right. Trash time, y'all. Trash time. So the first item up, which was already mentioned earlier on, I saw this, the AP, so we know that it is true. But I had shared with the channel members just that King C3 won't appear on the new Australian banknotes. So they're like, enough already, and let's move on. But you would think that they would keep the Queen. See how in America we have dead presidents or notable Americans on our money, where, Queenie, the QE2 has passed on, so why not leave her on there? That would really just, that would just hurt the current one. But it takes a lot of time, because I believe Sam had said, Sam Trains, who is a channel member, thanks to the lovely gift of Firefly. But he is also based in the UK, and he was saying how they have said that it will take years before all of their money is switched over to show King C3. Hopefully he's still around. Otherwise, they'll just go right to the space. Okay. Hopefully y'all heard that. Oh, Lord. Anytime I get a notification, Kuja doesn't like the sound. Okay, so she's not going off. Thank you. All right, so I saw this and I just had to share it, because here we go already. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. It needs to be the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but I'll let the tabloids do the tabloidy thing. Have reportedly received, quote, no apology from royals. Not hurting Harry nor Meghan. Don't cry and whine, because that's going to start, but they need to be at the coronation. They need to be at the coronation. I hope they throw up as Beyonce. Middle fingers up. Okay. Anyway, King C3, at some point in time, and I didn't have a date when I saw this on the Bird app, that I'm slowly phasing out of. So just so you know, if you are able to go to Spoutable when it launches, that's Christopher Boosie's new app that's similar to Twitter, but will be a little safer, because they're going to make sure that, the derangers are at bay. So anyway, This one is just Prince Charles complains about people rising above their station. I know we've seen it and we've discussed it probably before, but it just comes into current events because I truly believe this is how they felt, especially about Meghan. Although I do believe they felt this way about, Space's wife, Cosplay, because she was not Aristo, and yeah. hmm She's a commoner, and that was big news when they announced their engagement and marriage and all that other stuff. So let's see. Can someone please tell this man to shut the hell up? He's known as her butler. I believe he's the one that stole clothing items of hers. That's what he should talk about more than he needs to worry about trying to trash Harry's book. Her son, just the whole standpoint of these chefs and the butler and all these other employees, former employees, I should say, or staff, if they want to be called that to sound more important, who waited on them hand and foot. Let me just say that because, butler. Okay. You answer the door, dude. Don't get excited. So that you knew her better than her own children, but, okay. Moving along. I don't know if this is true or not, because of course it's a tabloid, but I saw it on the Bird app and I snatched the screenshot. King Charles may be about to break his silence on Prince Harry as he prepares to do a landmark BBC interview. You don't say. So he's done interviews before, so nothing new, but why would he come on specifically to talk about Harry? Because you're only going to instigate Harry to really let loose. I mean, Harry and them should just drop all the receipts and just let the chips fall where they may. But that's just my opinion. My opinion. Now, I saw this and I was like, no, no. Okay. The tabloids cut it out. Now, this was a couple of days ago when I saw this. Why they're just seeing these pictures or why they're just reporting on these pictures. This is out of the docuseries. And I need them all to cut it out. Leave these children alone. Okay? Leave Archie, Lilibet alone. Cut it out. Yes, cut it out. And they're doing a review, the Telegraph, the Earthshot Prize review. But they can't just leave his picture, Space's picture, and let him stand on his own merit. They have to put in here the Earthshot Prize review. Move over, Harry. Big Brother has a planet to protect. That's a bunch of bullshit. But okay. Excuse me, Ajita, because that is some. I'm getting nauseous. Let me take a sip of my tea. Because this, you poor pathetic man. You can't even stand on your own merit. Why don't you tell your media to say, listen, stop mentioning him. Stop mentioning him when you mention me. I mean, when you're to become king one day, that should be enough. But to have to mention your younger brother, you ain't shit. Okay. All right. Those are all the tidbits I have for trash time today. We can chat up about that, about the book, about whatever. We have a few more mementos to go here. Let me see. What is Hattie saying? William and Kate's so-called project has no measurable solutions or effects. This really is a joke. Yeah. Let me see. What is this? I'm going back in comments. Burrell appeared impartial, but he's not. He realized the money is in trashing Harry and Meghan. Yeah. Whenever I guess he needs to pay some bills or get caught up on something, here he comes. Just saying. Rochelle, please be very petty and talk about Bones' all red outfit from last week. Is that the burgundy one that she wore? Trying to one up Megan? She can never. She could never. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Cosplay is just giving off single white female vibes. If you've seen the movie, then you understand, to like the 1000th degree, because prior to QE2 passing, she was all about the coat dresses and, emulating the Queen and or Diana, using fashions, that look like they were from the 70s and early 80s. And now here she wants to step into 2000 when, Megan caught so much heat from the media on what she wore, whether it was pants to an engagement, oh my gosh, to, just the latest, which we now know that UK taxpayers were not funding Meghan's clothing or anything else of Meghan when she was in the UK. So, but yeah, cosplay can keep on cosplaying. It is not going to change. I do like the nickname for them. I think they've been called the Skull and Bones because it fits perfectly. Yeah, fits perfectly. C-Mac, the hell? Is he Captain Planet now? Oh, of course. They had that big environmental meeting in Davos, I think that's how it's pronounced, where all of the big power players have to fly in their private jets to get to. That's really saving the environment. But hey, the one that Space decided he didn't want to go to, and so then Harry went. And then there was much to do about Harry flying in on a private jet, but that's the only way to get into that area. And, meanwhile, Space had empty planes flown in from some economy airline that has now caught their karma for being even associated with them because they had to shutter their doors, from what I understand. But anyway, okay. Annie. Willy Wonka is a worm. Yeah. Not even the ones you want to just let saunder off. You just want to kind of squish it. Yeah, I'm just saying. So Miss Pretzel Stick McMumbles has no ideas of her own because she is a dunce. Yeah, they feed it to her. She couldn't even, like I said, for 5 minutes talk without any notes with her, but just to speak from her heart. She couldn't do it. The moment she can do that, then she can start cosplaying Meghan, but she can't do it. Okay. Lottie, Charles may F around and make Harry tell it all in the other part of the book. That's what I'm saying. Keep on antagonizing him and see what happens. You're not, yeah. Tier, Harry is not any competition with Space. He's on his own, yes. Even when there were those joint engagements when it was Space and Harry, it was truly all about Harry was the personable one, come in, kind of warm up, because Space was just, dry. Dry. Hey, Sylvia, please someone tell me if Walmart and Kmart has released a new picture and why. They have, and to scare everybody. And I'm sorry, but if I was in the Addams Family production, I would try to sue them because you're plagiarizing. And I'm just being, let me see if I can find that picture. I said I wasn't going to, but yeah. For those who may not have seen it, because not everybody is on, woo. Let me see if I can find it with the quickness. Hopefully, I can find the Addams Family. I'm finding everything but that. Let me do the search over here. Whoo, this bird app is a pistol when you do a search. Mm, 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 mm. Oh Lord. I know y'all just Where is that picture? Oh, and this might have been an old one. I don't know. Let me see. This might be an old one, but I don't know why it came up. Dare I ask? Oh, yeah, it's September 2022. The Addams Family picture. But but y'all tell me if I'm lying. And they should be spoofed on there. Sued actually for plagiarism, but I know they have that one where they're walking along like they're in a jeans commercial, but you know, because jeans are now allowed for royals to wear. And you know, last year when there was a family picture and there was a couple with their children in casual wear, it was all like, oh, how dare, oh my God, it's an insult to the queen. But now, you know, QE2's gone and it's like, you know, let's throw caution to the wind. All right, now this is the one that I've seen. I took it as new because, you know, I'm not checking for those crazies. But it truly was an Addams Family. Let me see. I thought I shared it here. Oh, Lord. Oh, come on. I thought I shared it. I thought I saved it. Darn it. Let me go back. Let me come back. Oh, Lord. Let me find the one. Oh, I see what's going on. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay. Is it even gonna let me? It's not gonna let me, so. There's more than one of this. Oh, my best. the the issue. Okay, this may not. Yeah, this is from September, but somehow I feed on that and whatever. But all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. See, I was going to say the ancestors don't want me to be mean. Let me take this comment down. Okay. So I'm sorry, but those children, the Addams Family, I don't know why they do stuff like this. Yeah. I mean, not that the picturing them in the jeans commercial was any better, but okay. That's the commercial because that youngest one, where his eyes are deflecting away and his face, you can't see it because of the way I had to take the screen. Yeah. It's going to be, they're in for a ride. They are in for a ride. So, all right, let me take that down. Let me go back up here and go back to the comments. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Now, if there's another one, y'all are going to have to tell me because, yeah, I didn't know. Ooh. What is this? Hey, John. Hi, Albarell. The flunky said he was Diana's best friend, but was working for Tampon. When Diana died, he was accused of stealing from her, but the Queen stopped the investigation. Bad publicity. So staff can steal and you cover it up. And then you see headlines they're deflecting onto Meghan. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying, like nowadays they deflect crazy stuff like that. Okay. Sylvia, Mrs. V. The difference is cosplay has no ambition. Meghan was beautiful, very intelligent and ambitious. And Meghan was giving all that up, literally, giving up her life that she knew, where she could be outspoken on things that bothered her, and to go into the gilded cage, which, and said to the family, I'm here to work. Now, I guess they thought she was going to fall on her face in the first tour, which, didn't happen. And yeah. And Harry brings the energy. He really does. And those squaddies that have met, got a chance to get their pictures and meet him. You could tell there's just no pretense with him. So H. Knight, Gwendolyn, Kate can't give a speech. You can't understand a word she says. Yeah. Although we want to see her give a speech. Excuse me if you hear my husband in the background. Oh, Lottie, thank you for the super sticker. This is for you. One moment. Let me get to it. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you for making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Okay. Woo, figured I'd give you all the live version. Yes, that was my ugly voice. Let me see. Is that the picture on the yeah, that's them. I thought it was new, and then when I saw it again, I was like, okay, yeah. Marsha, you're too funny. You've seen it before. Show us the picture. We need a good laugh. Well, I mean, I'm just saying. Poor kids are so sad. They're sunk in place already. Yeah, I'm just saying. Gwendolyn via speak. The whole family looks sad. Well, except the one that stalked him for those years and is like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm in the royal order and everything. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to be wearing that crown next to you. And he deserves every bit of that torture. Okay. Prudence, Paul Burrell needs to stop running his mouth. Yeah, he needs to go on with it. Catherine the Butler is just mad Harry's book has outshined all of them. Well, I mean, one speaks of his life. The others try to speak of a life, but they just take the crap that they've seen in tabloids and make a story out of it. Or one that had access because she was, she chose, her number came up for the Rota to sit down with the royal and do an interview, use those interviews for a book that sold horribly. But yeah, they won't ever see those numbers. None of them. They really should stop trying to write books, especially about Meghan and Harry. And if that book that's coming out in August is about them, cut it out. That's all I'm going to say is just cut it out. You did it once. Just cut it out. And Harry and Meghan caught more heat because of your book and the title than, than you did personally. Let me just say that. Gwendolyn, Meghan was and is too smart for those vipers. Oh, yeah. And she has the receipts. So y'all better just stop. What is she saying that docu-series? She put her hands up. See, that was all Doria's side in her. When she put her hands up. I'm not going to say anything. That's your brother. And I'm not going to say anything about your brother. She wanted to let loose. If those cameras weren't there, woo, the stuff that she probably would have said, even in her nicest Sweetest voice. Tia, the royal family knew Meghan's worth, but they didn't want a woman of color to be the face of the royal family. They all need to do DNA tests. That's all I'm going to say. Because pigment is just pigment. It's what lies beneath the surface that really matters in most instances. People get caught up in their pigment. Do a DNA test. See where you really come from. Oh, okay. Because most people always seem to have a little bit of a certain continent, Africa, in their heritage there. I'm just saying. Okay, Lottie, Meghan gave up her life for the man she loved, and Harry knew it. Harry would always love Meghan, and they can't stand it. Listen, when Meghan didn't run, when she saw Not Caught, Harry knew he had a winner. Okay, he knew before then, but he really knew it then. Yeah, because Joseph, baby brain is out of Meghan's league. She needs to stay in her lane. I still can't believe that she would be upset over, like, she can't handle Americans. She does not have any Americans in her social circle, because we just talk like that amongst our friends. And when it's your sister-in-law, you should be able to be on a friendly note like that. Yeah, if you can't remember stuff. And anyway, you know how many times I've joked with my friends, coworkers, baby brain? That would be the first thing I would say when they were pregnant. And they would laugh and be like, yep. So, Marsha Arcade is smiling in that pic because the vodka. I'm going to have to read yours like church delis beforehand because the vodka kicked in. Willie is looking off to the side with a smile. I think he has rose in his eye. I think it's time to get off because y'all are cutting up so badly. Whoa. Nash, how you doing? Oh, thank you for the super sticker. Nisagate, is that how you pronounce it? I butcher names. I don't remember seeing your name before, but thank you for the super sticker. This is for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Ooh, the comments. Y'all are so bad. Oh, is that from the Jubbly? My bad. I thought it was new. See, I don't be checking for them, but they're the Addams family. Oh, and excuse if you hear Miss Pac-Man popping up in the background. The Addams family picture was on all four, and they were dressed in black and greeting world leaders. That's when the king and the consort and them. Yeah, no, not doing that one. But okay, I can't believe the children would be. Spot what's up? How you doing? How you doing, sir? Thanks for dropping out of the clouds and saying hello. Good to see you. Hey, Sunshine. Thank you for the super sticker. Love your podcast, especially Trash Time. Thank you. I'm not sure why Trash Time seems to be everyone's favorite. I really am not understanding why. But this is for you. New channel member. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Hit the wrong one, but okay. Thank you, Sunshine. Okay. Whoo, Lord. Let's see. One more comment. Lottie Kate didn't understand what Meghan was saying to her about her baby brain. She was insulted because she was like, "You're talking about my hormones? Like, how dare you? You don't know me well enough." See, Meghan was sweet because I would have went off. But yeah, their loss. Because I don't know too many women that did not have baby brain before, during, and after baby. So yeah, that's just part of the game, and you just kind of move on. Eventually all cylinders start working, but I think she had baby brain even before she was even married. So let's move on. All right. That's why I still say, I'm just throwing this out because I'm on my little tirade, that She was pushed along in school because of who she was dating. Okay. There's no way she was able to comprehend and pass exams. Just my opinion. My opinion. My opinion. Okay. Marshall, Megan was right. Kate does have baby brain. Woo, I just got finished saying that. Ooh, we're on the same wavelength. You know what? It is time to go. And it has been over an hour, just over an hour. So, I like to keep it short. I like to keep it short. What? Hey, TMK Media, how are you? Good to see you drop out of the clouds, off the space station, and all that good stuff. Good to see you. Sylvia Latius, Harry says he loves Megan like he hasn't loved anyone else in his life. Yeah. He Gwendolyn would have told you that net to get a clue. Woo! Uh-oh, there he is. There he is. Hey, Alan, how are you? How are you? How are you? Oh, yeah, I'm also going to put out there, although I did mention it, there are 2 other books from Patricia, who has offered, she has some books that she wanted to give to squaddies. Now, listen, when you're giving out personal mailing address, it's a whole nother life. So even I really don't want anyone's personal address to mail to. So I still have my book, and I know, Alan, you had asked, I believe it was you that asked for it. So I'm going to get it to you, though, somehow, some way. You come up with an address that is not yours per se, but believe you me, your address would be safe with me anyway. All right, John, no warmth from Stepford and Baldy, gossip time. Mrs. Pushy's party pieces lost approximately over $1 million last year. Her American dream is in tatters. The Middletons are not so clever, just like Mumbles. Well, I mean, we have Party City here. Did she not know that? We have other places that people can go, and with the help of what's the app that I really could never get into, where you can find ideas for parties and etc. Y'all know what I'm talking about, and they'll probably will drop it in there. But anyway, yeah, we didn't need her party pieces thing anyway, and they tried to, do some stuff off of Archie, but also some stuff out there that is quite questionable for their background. Yeah, I'm just okay. Once upon a time, maybe they've deleted it. I don't know. Oh, y'all are up here spoiling me. Joyce. Is that the only one I saw? Yeah, Joyce. But yeah, so you're going to do some Black History pop-up like I did last year. That was so informative. Well, since you asked and you were so sweet about it, I will consider it. Yeah, last year that was a big push for me because I did it every day. So I'll do a few here and there, and that might be what Talk Tuesday will be about until we get some good content from our favorites and, move on to the book. Prudence, absolutely agree with you. And she and her husband are too done. Let me tell you. They're 2 peas in a pod. Rosalind, thank you so very much. This is for you. I hope I kept up with it. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Sylvia, you're right. Kmart is saying, I'm going nowhere. She has told Walmart he is not going to push her out. I'm sure if they dangle enough carrots in front of her, she'll take the bait and she'll go quietly. I mean, why? Who wants to be in a loveless, giddy-up relationship? She did her job, technically. She's not really needed anymore. So I see him doing like his father in every aspect. Eventually, they break up, and he goes on to get the calm sort that he wants. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Let me just say that. Is that the ice cream truck? Are you saying for trash time? It's a trash truck. Not sure of where else. Marshall, Middleton bringing their party pieces to the U.S. is like us sending us things we have millions of. Stupid. I mean, party cities where most of us would go, or what are some other places? The party stores, or if you're a crafter, you go to the craft stores. Please, anybody want to be buying this stuff and then have to have it shipped all the way over? Annie, bye. All have a great day. See you in the next one. Be safe. Wear your mask and stay healthy. Yes. Okay. So I'm getting all the buys because I did say it. Let me start my outro music. All right, everybody. Love you all. Please take care. Be safe. Wear your mask. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for the super stickers. Thank you to the channel members for your monthly support, and then the support and the laughter that we have behind the scenes. To everyone else, thank you. See you on the next one. Bye.